What a rush! What's going on, YouTube? This is James with Shyhammer Fantasy, and today we got my brother's Skaven versus my Orcs and Goblins. This is the third game of this Saturday that we were playing, and my brother was like, "Let's try out this new map that they have," and it's a very snowy theme. Hardcover, like whatever they're called, from like the Forge Worlds. Anyways, we're gonna go over his army list really quick. He has six rat ogres, or rogers, as I originally planned on calling them. He has the Hell Pit Abomination, and right behind the Hell Pit Abomination, you can see the Warp Lightning Cannon, as well as three Sniper Jezzails that I have handcrafted myself. Right there is the big beastie in the middle. He has a Bonebreaker with a Warlord on top, and the Warlord has a Fell Blade. He also has a unit of, like, I think it's like 40 Storm Vermin, maybe 40. If not, it's like 30, whatever, 30 or 40, 37 maybe. He has a unit of giant rats, and look at how big those freaking giant rats are. Those things are huge. And another unit of giant rats. That's some pretty big giant rats, man. And as I said, he has the Warplock Jezzails right there, right in front of the Warplock Jezzails is the Rattling Gun. And then over here he has a giant block. I want to say of like 100 slaves pushing the Screaming Bell with a level 4 Gracier on top. And then he has another unit of slaves over here. I want to say it could be slaves or clan rats. I forgot which one's which. But basically he has the Doom Rocket in that unit right there. For magic, this is actually my spells for magic. I don't have pictures of my army. I did this again. This is 2 games in a row I've done this, and I'm sorry. It's usually because I'm trying to rush into the next game so that way we don't get kicked out of the store. I got Abyssal Swarm and Grave Call on my level 2 Goblin Wolf Rider. And then my level 4 Savage Orc Shaman, he got Irigo, Foot of Gork, Hand of Gork, and Gaze of Mork. And as you know, usually I end up only just using the foot because the rest of the spells kind of get... You know what happens is ever since I started taking Lore of Undeath, my other Orc spells have been used less and less. Well, let's see what Skaven have. Skaven have... I can't even make that out. What is it? Oh, it's Howling Warp Gale, Skitterleap, Scorch, and Curse of the Horned Rat, which is basically the dreaded 13th. That's basically going to start off our game. I'm gonna have Vanguards, and as you can see, this is my level 2 Goblin Shaman, Igor von Gabo. He is running up to the side flank with his... I was kind of hiding him behind this building from the cannon, but at the same time, I feel like his cannon is going to be shooting at other targets, not Igor here. So I ran him up to the side flank on the Vanguard, and then Lord Chickenhead. Man, I'm going to start having like a tally on what Lord Chickenhead kills. But this is Lord Chickenhead. He's running up the left flank against those Rat Ogres. And let's start off Orcs and Goblins turn 1. And like I said, I'm going to actually just go ahead and start throwing out what I have on these. As you can see in this picture, it has a lot going on here. I have the Mangler Squig, which ran up. This is just movement phase. Everybody just kind of went up with regular movement. I have on the left side, I have 20 Night Goblins with short bows and fanatics. On the right side, I have 20 more goblins with short bows and fanatics. I have a big block of 27 Savage Orcs Biggins. I have a unit of Orc Boarboy Biggins with Gorbad Ironclaw with that group. I have 3 trolls in the front that touch the forest, and the forest is a venom thicket. My goblins on the right side, they're actually turned around because over there behind Gorbadish is going to be where his not storm vermin, his what are those guys called? The big armored guys that tunnel through the ground. Storm Fiends. The Storm Fiends, they pop out over there. So the Night Goblins with bows are just kind of facing them, waiting for them to pop. Hopefully throw some fanatics into him. Over here, his my regular movement, I moved up Igor even more, another 18 inches. He moved up 12 on the Vanguard and 18 on his movement. And as you can see, he's actually on the side flank over here of everybody, more or less. And he doesn't care because, yeah, is he going to shoot him? What is he going to do? Who knows? We'll find out. Magic phase, I only got 4 powered ice. And you know what I do? I actually throw up a unit of Cryptors, and that's that black primer guys right behind the slaves over there. And yeah, I just kind of pop them up over there, like facing that the Screaming Bell. over here for shooting phase, that was pretty much it for magic phase. I just did the high level grave call. Shooting phase, I got the Doom Diver aiming at the Rattling Gun, and he blows up. And I'm going to be honest with you. The main reason I did the Rattling Gun was because right now I feel like if I shoot the Storm Vermin, it doesn't really thin them out too much. It's not going to make a big difference. And I usually shoot the Jezzails, but it pisses my brother off because he's like, I don't know why I take these Jezzails. All you do is shoot them down. So I was like, you know what? I'm going to let him play with the Jezzails for a couple rounds and let them feel like they do something. Let me kill the Rattling Gun. Sure enough, I shoot at it and I misfire. What do I roll on the misfire? A 1. My Doom Diver blows up. I got another Doom Diver though. The other Doom Diver aims exactly for the Rattling Gun. It drifts and it lands in between the Storm Vermin and the Rattling Gun. Clips both. Kills 2 Storm Vermin and kills off the Rattling Gun. Pretty good job there, Mr. Doom Diver. And then over here, I don't believe I could have charged. I think this is actually starting off his turn. Yeah, this is his turn. Skaven turn 1, he moves in with the Hell Pit Abomination into Lord Chickenhead. Holy shit, this is gonna hurt. And then over here you can see his Rat Ogres just moved up. He knows Chickenhead was going straight for his Warp Lightning Cannon, and in all honesty, in all fairness, Chickenhead has the Ruby Ring of Ruin, so I was going to try to burn off the Hell Pit Abomination from the backside. Magic phase, he got 4 power dice, and he does Skitter Leap, and he throws his Doom Rocket. Look where he throws his Doom Rocket at. Right behind my Doom Diver and my Savage Orc Shaman. He has a good shot at everybody, though, and nobody's really looking at him, so he got 1 turn to just shoot off that rocket, and if we kill him, it doesn't matter. Shooting phase, his Jezzails are going to go ahead and take some shots at my Mangler, and I believe they actually do not do a damn thing to him. Warp Lightning Cannon goes through the trolls and pops out and hits the Boar Boys, and look at that, it's like a ridiculous shot, and it goes ahead and kills off a bunch of them, I believe. There you go. Oh no, it went through the, I'm sorry, it went through the Savage Orcs, killed off 3 Savage Orcs, the other guys made ward saves, and then it killed off like 5 Boar Boys, which really hurts. But I mean, that's kind of what the Boar Boys are there for, just to take the wounds. His Hell Pit Abomination gets 3 on the impact hits, and then not only that, but then he, I actually armor saved those, or ward saved them, and then he goes ahead and does his next attack, which does like, I think it was Avalanche of Flesh, and he did like 8 to 10 attacks or something crazy. Look at this, this is ward saves. I ward saved 6 of them. 6 ward saves. Holy shit. Chickenhead does put a wound onto the Hell Pit Abomination, just 1 though, and the Hell Pit ends up doing 2 wounds onto Chickenhead. There is something that we missed here, and we will get back to it later, but whatever. At the moment, time being, he needed, he charged, he did 2 wounds, I did 1 wound back. I need a 6 to stay, and I hit a 6. And that's going to start off Orcs and Goblins turn 2. Orcs and Goblins turn 2. I'm going to go ahead and charge with my Cryptors into the side unit of the Slaves here with the Screaming Bell. I'm going to go ahead and throw the Mangler up, and the Mangler hits right through the Storm Vermin and the Giant Rats, and he kills off like 4 Giant Rats as well as 5 Storm Vermin. He should be able to knock off more, but he didn't. I moved my Shaman back here just in case he wants to kill the Doom Rocket with a Gaze of Mork or something like that. My Trolls are stuck inside this Venom Thicket, and they actually take 1 damage from the Dangerous Terrain of sticking in the Venom Thicket. As you can see, I moved my Boar Boys around the Venom Thicket because I don't want them to get double Dangerous Terrain or whatever it is. And then my Arachnarok, which makes his first appearance on this battle report, he jumped over the building, and he's headed straight for his Screaming Bell. Now, on the right there, there's a unit of Clan Rats. They turned around to face the Cryptors, which they do. They still could clip them with the rear charge, but that's basically why the Arachnarok's like free to roam and do whatever the hell he wants. Magic Phase got 5 power dice. I tried to throw 2 onto Gaze of Mork to kill the Doom Rocket. He dispelled it. Then I throw 3 more dice onto Grave Call to get up some Vargeist, and he dispel it. He uses his BSB, which is the banner, the Storm Banner, which basically turns off all shooting. Ballistic skills -2. Any non-ballistic skill based shooting, they have to roll 4, 5, or 6 to be used. And then at the next phase, anytime I roll a 4, 5, or 6, just at the beginning of the phase, it'll turn off the banner for good. I'm gonna go ahead and try it. I get a 5 on my Doom Diver. It could shoot. It hits the Storm Fiends. God damn it, I did it again. Storm Vermin, and it only does 1 wound, unfortunately, which sucks. I hate when it does that. I'm gonna go ahead and shoot all my short bows at those storm vermin, and they kill off one more guy, which is pretty impressive because they have like a minus. They probably needed like 7s or 8s to hit, long range, moving, and then whatever, and then the -2. It's ridiculous. Over here, my crypt horror started attacking. They killed off only 5 guys, but it's enough to make sure I don't crumble any. He does have ranks, but he has no banners because they're all slaves and stuff. So I'm pretty good. Over here, it's going to start off Skaven turn 2. Skaven, his storm vermin are going to charge my savages, which is pretty crazy. I don't know if he makes it or not. We'll have to see in a second. His clan rats over here charge into the rear of my crypt horrors, which is a problem now. We'll find out soon. And then over here we realized we didn't finish the combat with these guys, so he did the combat really quick and he killed off Chicken Head, which means that in this turn he's able to move. So he does move. He turns them around and faces them towards the trolls and starts heading this way. His Storm Fiends come out. I said it right this time. His Storm Fiends come out, and look how scared they are of those goblins. They're like, they're all hiding behind each other, like, no, don't let them touch us. The Fanatics pop out because they're at exactly 8 inches of where they said they were going to pop, and sure enough, the Fanatics are going to go through them. One pops through, only does 1 wound, unfortunately, and the other 2 fall really short, which sucks. Magic Phase got 8 power dice, and I'm going to go ahead and try. This is his turn, isn't it? Yes. He tries to do, I believe it's Scorch onto my trolls. I have to dispel it. I cannot let him burn my trolls up with Scorch. I get double 6s on the roll and it stops it. I believe he does the Dreaded 13th. He does do the Dreaded 13th onto my short bows over here, and he takes off like, holy shit, 16 of them. 4 guys left. That was pretty impressive. We also realized very late, that when he charged into the savages, it released the fanatics. So I threw the fanatics out. It kind of reminded me because he was targeting my night goblins, and I was thinking about the fanatics, and I was like, oh shit, they haven't came out. So we just played it again. I don't know why we're so playing out of order, but anyways, it's also the 3rd game. It was really late, so we did miss a couple things, and I'm sorry about that. I'm sorry if it's the out of order is gonna piss people off. Those fanatics did kill 10 storm vermin though, which kind of helps out the savage orcs ahead of time. He does do the Doom Rocket. It goes ahead and blows up on the boar boys. It only kills 2 boar boys though, which was good. But that pretty much sucks. Yeah, he's gonna go ahead and shoot the warp lightning cannon next. He tries to aim at the Arachnarok spider. Bounces 8. Does 6 wounds. Holy shit, 6 wounds right onto it. That sucks because it's just 1 shot. Over here, we're gonna go to close combat. He goes ahead and he challenges, or I challenge, I believe. I was too lazy to get the champ out the front though, because he was kind of stuck in, and he was too, so he just threw out a regular storm vermin guy. And they don't kill each other; they just sit there. He did wound me, I believe, and I ward saved it, and I just missed my attacks horribly. So yeah, they stuck. Over here, as you can see, his storm vermin are actually pretty thinned out already. Before we get into combat, but actually, I think this is after combat. I just didn't take a picture of all the dead bodies. But basically, we're sticking right there right now. Over here, his well, let's see really quick. I'm sorry. Over here, he does put a wound onto Cryptors. Cryptors are regenning a bit. Cryptors on the backside attack and try to kill off the back. Those are actually slaves. I do know they're slaves because they blow up. So he kills off. They kill off 4 of those guys. Unfortunately, they have ranks, banners, and all that crap, and I do lose a whole 3 on combat resolution. So, yeah. We're going to go into Orcs and Goblins turn 3 now. Orcs and Goblins turn 3, no animosity fails at all, and we're going to go ahead and triple charge out onto the Screaming Bell unit. My theory is if I could take out the Screaming Bell and I have no wizard to worry about, I'm going to have better magic phases and less chances of losing that. So I'm going to call out the Wog. I'm going to go in balls to the wall there. I'm going to just, everybody connects. Great. Alright. Gorbad's in the middle. He's going to take out the belt. Great. Mangler jumps off the wall, fails his dangerous terrain, and pops back in and takes a wound. Over here, my fanatic, he actually clips one of the Jazales, kills him, or kills one specifically. The other fanatic runs through. You can't even see him. He's kind of behind the banner. He runs through my savages and pops out the other end and kills off. Or I'm sorry, he actually kills off 3 storm vermin and then he kills off 1 savage. So good job, buddy. This guy over here, he went backwards and killed off 3 night goblins, and the rest of them didn't do much. I don't believe. The remaining moves, I'm gonna go ahead and try to move these night goblins to this little hut here and just shoot out the windows. And then I moved up my Igor a little bit closer. Magic Phase got 10 power dice. I'm gonna go ahead and throw 5 onto the foot. He dispels it straight. I believe he got I don't remember how. I think he just threw a couple dice onto it to dispel it. But then I'm like, all right, cool. I got all these on the grave call. He rolled double 6s and dispelled it as well. Son of a bitch. All right. Then we got shooting phase. I'm gonna go ahead and throw the Doom Diver right into the middle of these guys, and he misses. He floats off a little too far. Can't hit him back. Close combat. We're gonna go into these guys over here. Well, I believe I actually shot at the Storm Fiends with my short bows. Nothing happened. Close combat. These guys, they're still at a stalemate. They won't kill. The champs won't kill each other. Over here, his Bonebreaker and his Warlord with this Fell Blade, they just destroy my savages. And then I only killed off 2 of their Storm Vermin on coming back. So basically, what ended up happening here was, I'm gonna flee in panic, of course. He looked at it. He decided not to pursue because look at that. There's a freaking fanatic behind my savages. So my savages are gonna flee, run into the fanatic, and they blow up. And then, sure enough, he just turned around. And he's facing the backside of Gorbad and all that chaos over there on his Gracier. As for this close combat over here, he goes ahead and he rings the bell. Or no, he doesn't ring the bell. What am I talking about? Oh, Gorbad attacks the bell. That's what happens. He got always strikes first, hits it, wounds it for several wounds, because I got like a strength 6 on the charge right now. And I hit it 3 times for 3 wounds, and then it multiplies. He fails all the ward saves. He multiplies. Got 2 on the first wound, 3 on the second wound, and 2 on the third one. Destroys the bell. Gracier falls off. He's chilling in the back over there with the slaves. And we don't know how the hell this is supposed to work. I've never done this before. Like, we don't really close the gap, right? So it's just kind of 2 separate parties now, or like 2 separate groups now. I don't know. Over here, his rats put on 1 wound onto my. No, actually, that wound was already there. They didn't do shit. But sure enough, my Crypt Horrors, they kill off a bunch of guys, and then the Ragnarok kills off a bunch of guys. This is just a pile of dead bodies right now. I'm not even gonna count it. But you know, trolls, Crypt Horrors, Ragnarok on slaves. Come on. I don't think he put a wound on me. He needed like 6s and stuff, and I got regions and wards or not regions and armor saves and stuff. So, yeah. So basically, 2 units of slaves blew up, and Gorbad and the boys and the Ragnarok turned around. The trolls are still stuck in combat with their unit. One of the units that blew up was the unit that had the Gracier in it, so I don't have to worry about the Gracier anymore. And then over here, this starts off his Skaven turn. His Hell Pit Abomination just charges into the side of these little 4 guys because it was the closest thing he could hit. And his Rat Ogres are coming around. His Giant Rats over here, since 2 lived and they actually passed their panic check when they blew up, basically they're just going to walk right into my Mangler and blow him up, so that no longer exists. And I believe that we're going to go straight into shooting phase because his because no magic. So he's going to go ahead and shoot his Warp Lightning Cannon over at my Ragnarok, and it misfires. I think it just can't shoot for a turn. So the Hell Pit utterly just destroys these goblins with their little wooden bows and sticks and stuff. So, and then over here, my trolls kill off 4 of his slaves. His slaves only do 1 wound onto me. He does have steadfast, though, because he has ranks, and he's like a leadership 3 or 4 or something like that, and he gets it. Let's start off Orcs and Goblins, turn 4. Gonna go ahead and charge with Gorbad, the Ragnarok, into his Storm Vermin and his Bonebreaker and all that. And my Crypt Hordes are gonna charge into the side flank of into the slaves. This fanatic, he decides to roll right through those Jezzails. He hits them and he destroys them. Good job, little fanatic, little buddy. You're doing your good. You're putting in your points worth. This fanatic over here fell over and broke to top it off. Bastard. I also charged in with my Dr. Zoidberg over here into the back of the Doom Rocket. He's going to, just because I got Frenzy, I'm going to get rid of this. I'm trying to get points right now. Magic Phase gets 7 Power Dice, and I throw a couple onto the Foot of Gork. Get Irresistible Force, throw it right onto the Storm Fiends. I got to kill these guys, right? It drifts, and it drifts in the wrong direction. It hits nothing. So I'm going to go roll for a 4, 5, or 6, do it again, and I roll a 1. 1! He throws it onto Igor, and he gets a direct hit on Igor and blows him up entirely, which sucks. My miscast, I get a small template. I roll it onto basically everything. I think the Doom Diver takes 1 wound. My Savage Orc Shaman, Zoidberg, he rolled a 6 on his ward save, and he's good. And his Doom Rocket, I rolled to wound it, and I rolled a 1, which means he took no damage. So the Wizards are fine. Doom Diver took damage. He throws his champ out for a challenge, hoping that Gorbad only kills him. And I answer with my champion, and my champion destroys his. Gorbad always strikes first. He destroys his Warlord. I figured his Warlord spent 100 points on a Fellblade. He has no armor save, or he has no armor save anyways against Gorbad's weapon. But I'm at strength 6 on the charge right now. I could go through his toughness right now, and I just hit him. I hit him for like 8 wounds. Something ridiculous. And yeah, I killed him right out. He has no ward save is what it is. And then the Boar Boy and the Ragnarok kill off the rest of the unit. I believe the Ragnarok I dedicated to hit the BSB. They did do 1 wound onto the Ragnarok, which sucks. So the Ragnarok is only at 1 left. And then sure enough, the last guy remaining, I believe, is just the banner guy or champion, and we run him down. No, I think it was the BSB actually, and the BSB runs off the table when he runs. So I actually just stayed there. For some reason, I didn't overrun. I should have overrun, but I was like, because I mean, look at me. I'm like in the middle of his Storm Fiends that are about to shoot at me. His cannon's about to shoot at me. His Hell Pit's coming for me. I'm in a bad spot right now. I mean, Gorbad's a motherfucker, but still. Over here, he's gonna go ahead into close combat, or we're going in close combat over here, and his slaves get destroyed. I kill about 8 slaves. He kills 1 troll, unfortunately, and he still sticks. He still sticks. I don't understand it. We're gonna start off Skaven turn 4. His Rat Ogres are gonna go charge into Gorbad's unit. Help It walks up to Gorbad's unit, but he's really close. He doesn't make it though, or he does maybe. I don't. I think he might have made it. I'm not sure. He's gonna go into shooting phase. His Warp Lightning Cannon shoots at my Ragnarok Spider, and it kills it. It did 1 wound too, but that's all he needed. As for his Storm Fiends, I believe they were shooting. I don't know who his Storm Fiends are shooting at. I don't know what his Storm Fiends are doing right now, actually. Close combat, Gorbad kills off 1 Rat Ogre and does 2 wounds onto another one. His Rat Ogres. Oh, that's what happened. You see, you could see it right there. He charged in his giant rats into the side of Gorbad, which cock blocked the Hell Pit from getting in. So he had no spot to get the Hell Pit in. So yeah, that kind of messed him up. Anyways, Gorbad killed off the Rat Ogre in half, and his Rat Ogres are going to go ahead and attack my Boar Boys. My Boar Boys still have the Flaming Banner, and I think that's what he was scared of with his Hell Pit anyways. But sure enough, they killed him off. He does. I think I still won Combat Resolution. I did win Combat Resolution because I did 5 wounds, and I have a BSB, which is 6. He did 2 wounds. He got a side flank and a charge, and that's it. So I won by 2. He runs, he flees, and I catch him and I mow him down. Oh, the rats actually stuck though. The giant rats. Well, I don't remember. I don't remember how that worked, but anyways, I killed off his rat ogres, and I kind of got away. But at the same time, I'm still a sitting duck right now to all his shooting. Um, Close combat over here. He actually put a wound onto my Savage Horse Shaman with this Doom Rocket guy, and I failed to wound him. What the hell, man? And I'm at toughness 5 too to top it off. Orcs and Goblins turn 5. I'm trying to hide Gorbad behind the building, away from the guns, and yeah. Over here, his well, my Fanatic, he ran through my guys and he killed off 4 more, and yeah. Over here, this Fanatic ran into the rocks. It happens. Magic phase, I get 9 power dice. I'm gonna throw a couple onto the Foot of Gork, and I get double 6s, of course. And I throw it onto this unit of Storm Fiends, and again it drifts, doesn't hit them. Roll 4, 4, 5, 6, do it again, get a 5. Roll it, hits him, wounds him, and look at this. I needed, I think I only did 1 wound, and I missed 2 out of the 3. So the 1 multiplies, kills him off, and there's only 2 guys left. He spreads it out like that, so that way it's harder to hit both. Roll 4, 4, 5, or 6 to do it again. I roll a 1, and he picks Gorbad. He's trying to crush my Gorbad. He does 2 wounds onto it. The Foot of Gork, fucking foot, and but it goes to shooting phase. Shooting phase, I shoot at this guy over here. He has 2 wounds onto him already, and for some reason, and alright, I think that's what happened. I did 2 wounds with the Doom Diver. The miscast, it hurt everybody in base contact, including the wizard or something like that, and the wizard took an extra wound. He has 3 wounds though, and I did kill off the Doom Rocket guy. And I think I actually killed him in close combat, to be honest. Trolls finally destroy this unit over here, and yeah, I overrun this way. I believe, yeah, this is a question I had, because as you could see, I have 2 trolls and 2 cryptors. Okay, he's gonna have to flee. I think these were clan rats, is what it was. They weren't slaves. I don't remember. To be honest. If they were slaves, they should have just blown up. I don't know. I'm sorry if this is all messed up. Again, this is the last game of the day. We were tired as hell. But if they ran, regardless if it was clan rats or slaves, I just want to know if they ran, and both of my units have 2 guys in each unit. Normally they run from the center of the biggest unit, but they're running away from which unit now? I figured it was choice because we really didn't care and whatever. So I went this way towards the warp lightning cannon. So the trolls caught them, and they got up to the warp lightning cannon. They're clipping that. The Cryptor stood behind a little bit. We're gonna start off Skaven turn 5, I believe this was, or 4. I think it was 5 actually. And he turns his helmet around and hits the trolls. His Storm Fiends are coming over this way towards Gorbad, trying to shoot at him. And as you can see, he can still see the tail end of Gorbad. That sucks. Shooting phase, he's going to go ahead and take a shot at Gorbad. And he shoots him in the ass. And his boar's ass exploded and killed him. And he flew off and hit the building and died. Long live Gorbad. Over here, his helmet destroyed my trolls. Like, no joke. And I believe that's it. I don't think his shooting did anything. Oh, he didn't shoot because he was in close combat. Anyways. Orcs and Goblins, turn 6, last round. Now, there's not many guys left on the board. I do have my Shaman left and these Goblins. Goblins get hit by their freaking Fanatic again, lose 1 more guy. Got 8 power dice. I'm going to throw a Foot of Gork at double 6s. I'm going to aim for this unit right here of Storm Fiends, and it drifts a little bit, but gets them. Or no, this one, it misses entirely, and I don't kill him. I don't get him at all, and I'm like, son of a bitch. Well, I still got the miscast. It was the one where everybody around gets hurt, but not the wizard, so I was good. I lost my power dice, whatever. The Doom Diver to the rescue. Doom Diver hits the Storm Fiends, kills off one, does 2 extra wounds onto another one, leaves them there, and then the rest of the shooting phase, I'm going to shoot these 12 Night Goblins with short bows right at that guy. I get 2 wounds off. Look at that. It was like a freaking Hail Mary. Got the 2 wounds. He fails his armor checks because the guy with the 4-up armor is dead. He dies. He dies. Killed off the Storm Fiends. It leaves very little people on the board left. Skaven turn 6. He has the Warp Lightning Cannon, going to try to shoot at my Savage Orc Shaman, but guess what? He doesn't get him. He hit him. I ward saved. We're good. It's the end of the game. He can't do anything else, and this is basically the end of the board here. I have my Savage Orc Shaman, my Doom Diver. He has the Lucky Shrunken Head with him, by the way, and my Night Goblins with bows and the Fanatics. He has a Warp Lightning Cannon, a Hell Pit, and Giant Rats. The points came out to, I believe I'm winning by like just barely over 110 points. And yeah. It's a very, very, very small Orc and Goblin win. It is crazy to think that it's down to just very little units on the board. In all honesty, if the game was to continue on, he would just mow down my Savage Orc Shaman with his Hell Pit. But yeah, I'm glad that the Orcs and Goblins pulled through. MVP of this game, I'm giving it to Gorbad, just because Gorbad took out a Screaming Belt and a freaking Warlord with a Bonebreaker and a Fellblade, and killed some giant rat ogres too, rogers. He did a good job. He was good. He did a good presence on the board. Unfortunately, he got shot in the ass, and it sucks when you get shot in the ass. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Sorry my voice is a little nasally. I'm getting a little sick, I think. But I have a tournament coming up next. 3 rounds. Got all 3 games in myself. I want to say I fought Max, then Todd, and then I fought Dan, Todd, and Max. That's how it went. And then unfortunately Nagash was there. I didn't get a round against Nagash. I really wanted a round against Nagash to see how that would have went. But I told the guy who brought him that we got to play a game sometime during the week, next week, so I could see what he could do. Anyways, I'll see you guys in the next video, and I'll be putting up them very shortly, actually, sometime this week. See you then. Peace. And if you haven't liked and subscribed this video already, please do so, and leave any comments and feedback. It's always appreciated. Thanks.